Okay, moving right along, we welcome our next band. They come from West Palm Beach, Florida. Alexander W. Dreyfoos School of the Arts. They are here to swing, and they're under the direction of Mr. Christopher De Leon. Please give them a big welcome. Dreyfoos School of the Arts.
What am I here for, living in misery, now that you've gone from my heart? That was my fear, for you were my future. There was no reason to part. Still, I hope you'll change your mind, and that somehow you'll find you were meant to be my own. I'll be lost if I'm alone. All that you told me, times when you'd hold me so tight. How could you leave me? How could you grieve me, knowing your love is my life? In your heart there should be thoughts of your return to me. I will be happy, patiently waiting, knowing then just why I am here.
Thank you very much. We are the Dreyfoos School of the Arts Jazz Ensemble 1. It's such an immense honor to be here once again and get to share the stage with all you great bands and all you great audience members. Thank you very, very much. That was our rendition of What Am I Here For, featuring Sage on the vocals, Daniel on tenor saxophone, Matthew Harper on trumpet, and Simon Nguyen on piano. One more, Amy Maloon on trombone. Right, we'll keep this going. Our next chart is a composition from the pen of the great jazz master Benny Golson, and we'd like to dedicate this performance to his memory. This is Whisper Not. Thank you all very much. Just a few thank yous that we didn't get a chance to mention previously. We'd like to thank all of our clinicians that have been associated with this festival that have been a huge help and inspiration to us over this year. Mr. Sherman Irby, Mr. Tatum Greenblatt, Mr. C. Fiddick, and of course, Mr. Carlos Enriquez. Thank you guys so much for the inspiration. And then, of course, Jazz at Lincoln Center, once again, we are forever in your debt for the life-changing experience you guys have all given us for the last 30 years, so thank you. We'll close things out with Kinda Dukish Rockin' in Rhythm, featuring Alex on the piano, Michael on trombone, Ulysses on clarinet, and Michael and Matthew on trumpet. Thank you all very, very much. And Dylan on the alto saxophone. Dylan on the alto.
here with the director of the Alexander Dreyfoos School of the Arts Jazz Ensemble, Christopher De Leon from West Palm Beach, Florida, just came off the stage. How you feeling?
Feel great. Feel absolutely great.
I think it's important for you to rep your roots and where you started your teaching career.
Yeah.
Where did you start your teaching career?
Well, I started in Orlando at Haggerty, but I think what you're trying to get.
No one cares about that.
I know. We went to school. I went to school at Ohio State University, so my roots are in Ohio. I'm from Miami, Florida. Started my career in Orlando, and then made my way down Tarpon Springs first, and then now. Yeah.
And you're one of the rare directors that's been here with 2 different schools. How does that feel? When you're here with one school, and then you switch coast down there, and now you're with another school.
It feels great. I think it shows more so the power of the music, and if you do it the right way, it makes it infectious for the kids, and you can get anybody into this if you do it the right way. So that's what it shows me.
Talk a little bit about your programming this year and how, and again, having 2 rounds this year and having to switch a tune out. How do you address that, throughout the school year?
Well, I knew we wanted to do kind of Dukish for sure to feature our piano player, and we had a great vocalist, so I wanted to make sure we did a vocal tune. We tried a bunch of things out. We loved St. Louis Blues, and then when the new ones came out, we thought that What Am I Here For would fit. And then when we had to swap a tune out, we decided, you know what, why don't we do a different interpretation of What Am I Here For and do the Ella and Duke version of that. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about your community and how they've supported you in this process and, taking a major trip like this and all of that goes into that.
Yeah, for us, this was a $56,000 trip, so we had a lot of community support. We had some major donors. Thank you very much, Lisa Marie, who helped us big time. We had a lot of community donors. We had grandparents donating from other sites of the country, so it was a huge endeavor for us to get here, and it's great to be here.
Well, congratulations. Let's have you step out and get a couple of your students in here. Come on in here and come in a little closer, face the camera. Give us your name and what grade you are in school.
I'm Sage Duke, and I'm in 11th grade.
I'm David Aloni, and I'm in 12th grade.
And how do you feel, David?
Amazing. That was absolutely amazing.
And what did you play?
Drums.
Drums, okay. And what tune did you play on?
I played on the last tune, kind of Dukish and rockin' and rhythm.
Interesting, when you're trying to generate that much heat and that much energy without, bashing and playing loud, how do you, who do you listen to motivate you to get there and inspire you, and how do you work on that?
So I've listened to multiple recordings. It's just different recordings and to find what fits most. And for me, it's different for every drummer, obviously. But I had to find the right combination to start because it's such a long tune that you have to progress the whole time. So you have to start soft and then go to loud, and it's just energy building up. So it's just finding the right combination.
And yesterday we heard you sing St. Louis Blues, completely different tune to sing today. Talk a little bit about the preparation for that and who inspired you.
Well, obviously, it took a lot of inspiration from the Ella and Duke recording. But with What Am I Here For, it's kind of this silkier, smooth interpretation of it. There's a lot of heartbreak in it. There's a lot of sorrow in it, as there is with St. Louis Blues. But there's still this pining with it. So I feel like with What Am I Here For and St. Louis Blues, it's really amazing that I get to have 2 different songs where I get to have 2 different interpretations with 2 different lyrics and 2 different meanings to it. So it's just been a lot of fun preparing for that.
Any plans for the summer?
Well, this summer, the first thing that pops into my mind, I am going on a tour in Chile with my house band from School of Rock. Shout out North Palm Beach School of Rock house band. And then I'm also a part of the School of Rock All-Stars, which is a select group of students from around the world, and we will be touring in the Southeast team, shout out to that. And we will be touring from Baltimore all the way down to Atlanta, but also just focusing on music as much as I can, trying to get some originals released and recorded and everything like that, so yeah.
And you're a senior, graduating. What are you doing next year?
I'm going to the University of Florida and majoring in biotechnology and music performance. Yeah.
Congratulations. What a wonderful performance. You both sounded amazing.